technical difficulties via the Wi-Fi here at the house.
The hotel.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. We're just disconnected, and then we were buffering a lot per Timothy. So hopefully we're back, and going to give you guys the rundown on the battle tactics, which we'll just recap because we don't know if anybody heard us. Um, if anybody, is Tim still out there? Give us a thumbs up if he can hear us here.
It's not on yet.
Um, let me refresh this thing.
Mm.
It's like refreshing the Twitch stream, and we are live.
Yep, I see we're live here too.
Okay, so we just need the fellas back in the stream. That's all. But anyways, where we were at. So we're gonna redo starting from the top on battle tactics.
Yes.
So in the battle tactics article, the first thing we get is the tactical gambit ability, uh, which, as you say, is just the ability to pick a tactic, correct?
Yeah, so that's just your basic pick a tactic. They added in if you didn't voluntarily take the double turn. Otherwise, it's no change. So it's just your ability to pick a tactic. Everything's an ability now. They made it all abilities.
So getting down into the meat and potatoes of what they gave us in this article, they gave us 6 universal tactics that every army can use.
Yep.
They gave us 3 um, in the article that we can review. So the first one being seize the center. Why don't you tell us about that one?
All right. So seize the center um, is complete at the end of the turn if 2 or more friendly units are within 3 inches of the center of the battlefield and not in combat. So I think it's more of like a first turn. Like you get out there, you send 2 units, you sacrifice them, send them to the center, and they're out there, hanging in the wind. But it's 2 points or four
Yeah,
points now.
right.
So
4 points. Yeah, it's kind of like the one of the Iron Jaw's current ones, right?
yeah, yeah.
But yeah. So anyways, you're gonna have to get two units in the center of the battlefield, pretty close to the center actually. So okay, doable though, right?
Absolutely.
The next one that they give us is called take the flanks. And in this one, you complete the battle tactic at the end of the turn if you have at least one friendly unit within 6 inches of each short battlefield edge, and none of those units can be wholly within friendly territory, and none of those units were set up this turn.
Yep. It's
So
just
it's like
the
a
same as currently, except for you can't have a guy in the backboard edge.
yeah. I mean, it's a little bit easier surround and destroy. Um,
Yeah.
still can't teleport into it. It still has to be with units that are on the battlefield this turn. So
Yeah, the thing is though, both of those, well, you could teleport if you were already on the board. They just can't be like
nope,
you couldn't drop in.
can't
Why
be
not?
set up this turn.
Yeah,
Last turn.
that means like if they were off board and teleported in, but it
Yeah.
doesn't say you like I don't know that it would be if you teleported one spot to another, that would be considered set up.
If you remove a model, well, the way that teleports were currently written says remove this model, set them up, blah blah blah.
Okay. So they would cancel that out. That's fine. The other thing that about this is both of these are really susceptible to countercharge because you can't be in combat. For the
Yeah,
first one, and then that second one there, like you shove up, and at least the first 3 maps we've seen are halfway territories. So you're into their territory. It's not no man's land.
right. That
Um,
may just put you too close to, like you said, a counter charge or something from somebody
Yeah.
else. Who knows? It's just hard to do. But
But
what
I
can,
was just gonna move on to the
yeah, go
last
ahead,
one.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. So the last one is slay the entourage. So finally, a little interaction. And this one is just pick a unit in the enemy general's regiment and destroy it this turn. It's a fight one. You know, I think we've had an entire season where the only fighting one was kill a wizard. I love this one. Like, go
Yeah.
pick a unit in that regiment, which includes the general if you wanted to go kill him because he's a character in his regiment, and go fight him and kill him. Love that.
Yeah. And this might be like, since this exists, maybe you don't take 4 units in your battle regiment for your general. I mean, you're just going to give more people targets, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, interesting play though to have this kind of thing there.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry.
yeah. So
Yeah.
thoughts on the battle tactics?
I think most people want to have a lot of interaction. I mean, I think there's 6 good ones. Usually they give us 8 in a book. So it's interesting they're giving us 6. We'll talk about that in 1 second. But 6 is not very many. Um I mean, you have to get 5. I
Well,
feel like there's going to be points where you can't do battle tactics. There might be a battle tactic you can't do.
I mean, starting off with 6, maybe, yeah, maybe they give you a couple bonus ones somewhere. Um,
Like right now where they
well,
give you
I no, no, no. I mean, like, I take that back. What I meant was like maybe the GHB ones are 6, right? But the
Well,
core
no.
rule ones you'll always be able to do.
Maybe. Are there core rule ones? They haven't told us about any.
Well, that's what I'm just
I don't
saying.
think
Like,
there are.
well, there'd have to
I
be some in the like in that first blood like pack, right?
I don't know. They may not use battle tactics in that game. Um, I believe I read in this article that all of the battle tactics, including the ones we'll talk about next, are going to be in the GHB.
Hmm. Okay then.
So let's move on to the bonus ones. So they're
Yep.
going to give you 8, but 2 of them, instead of being army tactics, are going to
Correct.
be a Grand Alliance tactics. So that's pretty
Yep.
interesting.
Right. So 2 extra battle tactics per alliance. So I guess that gets you up to 8, right? Depending on what
Yeah.
army you're playing, whatever faction you are. This is fine. Okay. So they give us 2 extra per Grand Alliance, but they're only gonna tease us with 1 each. We'll
Yep.
still have to wait to see about the other ones. But why don't you start off with order? What does order give us?
So orders getting the reclaim the realms. Basically just board corners or quarters. If you have one or more unit wholly within each quarter, and more than 6 inches from enemy units, you complete it. So it's 2 points or 4 points. If you control each board quarter and your units are not fighting, not interactive, uh, and
Maybe.
I think easily counterable.
Yeah, so I was just about to say, I think with the ability to counter charge, you could,
I mean, with this one, even a redeploy, you can get inside of 6 with a redeploy.
yeah. Well,
Still be out
yeah.
of combat.
There are
So
enough movement shenanigans that you could just deny this thing.
yeah,
So maybe not the easiest thing to do, depending on where the enemy units are located, but still, there was I think this is like a rewrite of a Stormcast tactic
yeah,
um, that you never used because it was just like one of those weird things. Like maybe you're not always in each quarter of the board. Um,
yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, we'll
Well,
see.
this one, it doesn't say anything about setting up, so you can bring your guys down.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Ba-boom.
yeah. I know. I'm
It could
just
be a good late game one.
yeah, sure. Maybe teleport stuff around and just spread out or whatever. But yeah, which is fine. So the chaos one um is ordained charge. You pick an objective controlled by your opponent. You complete this battle tactic at the end of the turn if two or more friendly units charge this turn. One or more of those units are contesting that objective, and you control that objective. Uh, Whew. Seems like a lot of things got to happen to get.
That's a lot of cogs.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I don't know how easy that's going to be. I mean, I know Chaos wants to get into combat, but
I mean, if you're gonna do the thing anyway, maybe. Uh, but it just seems hard. Like if you're not in position to charge with a couple of units and then contest the objective and then control it by the end, it's like, ugh,
there's a lot of things that could go wrong.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, just like we said, like with the movement shenanigans and the redeploys and the counter charges.
And you can lose the fight. You could lose the fight and not
Yeah,
control the objective, or
sure,
they can move more stuff onto the objective,
yeah,
or I mean, there's so many things that could happen that could just mess that up.
yeah.
I don't
I,
love that one.
I think that's a hard. I
Yeah.
think. Um, why don't you give us the death one?
Death is marked for the grave. Pick a non-hero enemy unit, or if there aren't any, pick any enemy unit, which means a hero, and that's on the battlefield and destroy it this turn. I mean, pick a unit you want to fight and beat it up. Easiest tactic out of all of these so far. I feel like um, it's a little uneven, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm hoping that all of these extra Grand Alliance ones are even. This one seems
Yeah,
really easy compared
like
to the others.
maybe you have an easy one and a hard one.
Yeah,
Or
let's hope. Let's hope, because this one is. I mean, you could pick any non-hero unit. So I'll pick that 5-man unit and I'll charge everything I have into it. I mean, okay. Or I'll send
yep,
my blood dragon into it, Or oh, you don't have any units left right now. I'm just gonna go take that 5-wound hero and punch him in the face. I mean, that's or
yeah,
it doesn't say unwounded unit, So I mean,
yeah. I mean, you just gotta kill something.
oh, there's only one guy left in your unit. I'm doing this, and I'm gonna go
Yeah,
kill that guy. You know.
and this. Yeah, we used to have a battle tactic similar to this in one of the GHBs where it was a go kill target a thing and then kill the thing.
Yeah.
It was always super easy to do because you'd wait till that thing where you knew you were gonna kill something.
Yeah.
So yeah, super easy. Um, and it's what most death armies are wanting to do anyway.
It's what most armies are wanting to do. you know?
Well, yeah, but I don't think there's like in death per se. There's not super tactical. Mostly all combat armies. I don't know. I
Yeah, no,
think
you're
you're just
probably
gonna.
right. I mean,
Um,
it's gonna be an easy one for a lot of death armies to do.
sure.
Let's
Yeah.
just say that.
Um,
And
and destruction. Yep. So time to get stuck in is their tactic. Pick three friendly units that are not in combat and are wholly within friendly territory. Okay. You
yep.
complete this battle tactic if at the end of the turn each of those units uh, is wholly outside of your territory and use the fight ability in this turn. Still seems like a lot of things could go wrong with this.
Yeah,
Notably, um, just the positioning of the units, right?
agreed. Yeah,
Like you can't do this thing if you've already shoved your whole army forward,
right.
right?
It has to be like, okay, turn one, take the center. Turn two, 3 units charge across the center. and smash your face. And like it has to go kind of in that order. I mean, now I know that the idea is to have kind of a plan, a game plan like that. But I mean, this has to a lot of things have to go right, and your guys have to get across half. But if there isn't a map that's half, like the three we've seen so far, if there is a no man's land, this is an impossible tactic because you're not going to start in your territory at 11 inches, travel 24 inches or 22 inches, and then into the other territory, which is going to have to be 3 or 4 inches, and charge a unit that turn or fight a unit that turn. It's completely impossible if they're
Well,
not
you
touching.
don't have to get wholly inside your opponent's
Yeah,
territory. You just have to be wholly
you just
outside
have to
your
be
territory.
wholly out of yours. You're right. I apologize.
So, but
I
still, you,
misunderstood.
to your point though, like if you're at the 11-inch mark, you have to keep units in there in order to do this.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
I'm
you
thinking of
can't
like
move them. You can't move them out and then be able to do it.
right.
You have to hold some back, which maybe you don't want to do. I don't know. It seems
I mean,
weird.
there's some armies that would be fine with it, but yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem very destruction to me.
No, I mean
Well, I
like
guess in theory it seems destruction, but the strategy that you'll have to like use to make that happen doesn't seem very destruction to me.
yeah, I mean like when you just look at just quick example, like what if you're mega gargants
Yeah.
and you're 4 units total? How in the hell are you going to do this?
Hmm.
3 of your
Second turn.
units. I mean, it would be first turn. I mean, I don't know what you're gonna hold your whole army backwards.
Well, it depends. If they're all halfway, then you could get up at least to the middle of the board, and
Well, I
then
mean,
next
like
turn.
your scenario where it's like the 11-inch deployment, like we have on some maps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that scenario would be
yeah,
even worse.
terrible.
Yeah. If it was halfway territories, then I mean, you'll be able to like kind of move up and get in there, but if you set up your shit across the front of the line and I can't get in there, I can't get in there. I can't even cross the line, you know? So I mean, I
Right.
don't know.
So, anyways, I
Counterable
mean,
stuff.
we get a glimpse of a few tactics.
Just enough to make us think, Jesus, we need more.
Yeah, I mean, like it'll be interesting to see the other 4 Grand Alliance tactics to see if they're evened out.
Yeah.
Um, but this is what we got, boys. So better figure out how to do these things, right?
Yep. Well, and that's the key. That's the first thing you do. Well, in this edition, we're gonna have to learn a new edition. But every other time when you get a new GHB, learn the stupid battle tactics and how to do them.
Yep.
I
And
mean,
let's build into them, right?
yeah,
Um, so with all that being new, it's going to be interesting to see how. First off, I think list building in general is that the whole revamp is going to be a learning curve at first,
yeah,
because you'll have to see like, again, all your war scrolls are rewritten, so you'll have to figure out which kind of units do what and which heroes can take what units, and then does that even function with the available battle tactics I have? So, um, but it'll be a fun thing to figure out, I think.
yeah. It's gonna be just. I mean, there's all new puzzles now, and you just got to figure out how to put them together, right? So,
Yep,
I mean, everything we keep getting is interesting. I haven't seen anything that I'm absolutely like, yep, this is absolutely terrible. I hope that they change it. Everything I've seen so far has been fun, and so we'll see. You know, next week I think they said they're gonna start off talking about whatever that 1,000 point game is,
Spearhead. Yep,
Spearhead. So we'll see what rules they have in planned for that. I think tomorrow. So
yep.
we'll see.
So we should get some information on that also. the changes to endless spells and invocations and faction train
Oh, okay, right.
was the other three things they mentioned that we are going to
Cool.
get insight on next week. So stay tuned for that show next week.
Yeah.
Um, that's all the time we got for you guys this week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with our technical difficulties again. Next week should be back to normal.
Yep. Well,
Um,
actually, we'll be doing morning next week because I will be in Lansing.
okay. So
So next week will be in the morning.
yeah, Sunday morning, bright and early for most of you. Um, but
Otherwise, you'll be able to see it on YouTube.
yep,
It's saved there, and we're still working on. Like I said, I was kind of a little under the weather. I wanted to get things going for Spotify, for our listening audiences, but I was not feeling it this week. I was not feeling real good. So hopefully this week I can get that all figured out. I have some things in the works, but I just took a break from it because I was no bueno.
yep. So yep, coming to a podcast near you, the Old Man Gaming Hour.
There you go.
Um, but again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Follow us on social media. Join the Discord. Um,
Leave
again,
comments
leave
about
comments.
how
So
we have shitty service.
I will. I'll write the. I'll write the. I don't know.
The
Whoever
review.
owns this place. Yeah. I'll put a
Leave a
note in there
better.
that we need some better Wi-Fi service.
Yeah. Good luck with
But
that.
yeah, but thanks for sticking it out with us, guys. And until next week, we'll have some more fun with some fourth edition news.